Tomas Hernandez is a man with drive and passion to help others overcome and learn to live with the challenges of having mental illness. He himself has a long history of personal and family struggles.
Rita was killed when she was 16 while I was in boot camp, and then Myra was around 17 when she had schizophrenia, the diagnosis of schizophrenia. So, it's something that changed her life, obviously, and I had already dealt with depression as a kid and anxiety and stuff like that. So it really, I don't say when I say put me in a tailspin, but it really set me back. It was a really hard time for me for a lot of years dealing with losing both. Mental illness is obviously like losing somebody because it's so traumatic. So it's like I lost two sisters within a year.
As a way of turning his life tragedies into opportunities, he started his own mental health advocacy organization called the Rita K Foundation.
I really feel that medication is just one form of treatment, that you need exercise and nutrition, your faith, if people want that in their life, obviously, and just mentors and to really have a vision and how to empower themselves and to see something beyond themselves. So that's kind of the mission of the Rita K Foundation, is to be able to have a healthy lifestyle and how to make changes for their lives and how to help others as well.
Tomas is unique, to say the least. It is not often that you encounter a Hispanic man who is also a veteran of the U.S. Army and one who speaks very openly about his experience with mental illness.
It took me a couple years to actually accept the illness, the diagnosis. It's really hard for me because I'm male, I'm Latino, I'm a veteran. So Latino men have a lot of machismo. I tell the kids, and especially the Spanish kids, they usually know what that means, so they laugh. So they get a crack out of it. So machismo is just like a lot of machoism. So after the first couple years, I really of being diagnosed, it's when I really started making some changes, started taking some medication, and started counseling, and that's when life really started getting a little bit better for me.
He holds a valuable combination of experiences that help him reach a wide variety of audiences.
He's a family member, he's a mental health consumer, he's a veteran, he's he's Latino, he has experience with youth, he has experience with mentoring, and even if you want to talk about like physical wellness, he's a coach, so he understands the importance of exercise and diet. So he just has all these valuable assets, and he has a range of experience, and so he can connect and speak to so many different groups.
I know some of his background and where he came from and how he just utilizes that as a source of resiliency and strength instead of being defeated by the challenges he's met in life. He's met them, he's overcome them, and he's dedicated his life in helping others overcome obstacles.
Tomas's persistence and interest to get involved in the Kansas City community could not be ignored. His nonstop momentum and his amazing number of community contacts are a huge asset to NAMI Kansas City.
This guy is a million miles. You talk to him on the phone and he's talking so fast, he's getting 100 emails from him, and then, but as a little time went on, we were able to see that his interests and his passion were for real, and that he had some really awesome community contacts, and that he was going to be a valuable asset to NAMI Kansas City and what we do here. In 2010, we did something like maybe 10 or about 15 in our own voice presentations. In 2011, we did about 100 of them. So we've seen huge growth in that program, and it definitely has something to do with Tomas and his community contacts. And because he's a Latino male, that helps get into culturally diverse environments, and it seems that once he gets in there, we can't get him out. They just want more and more of him. So he's been really great, and that's just one program that he has helped to significantly expand over the last year.
Tomas moves at a relentless pace, but always is willing and knows when to slow down to offer peer support to mental health consumers.
And anytime we have somebody with mental illness come in who wants to get involved, who needs some advocacy mentoring, we connect them with Tomas, and that's kind of the first line. We'll come in and talk to Tomas, and he'll see what you're interested in and see what he can maybe get you involved in. and he's done a great job with supporting and empowering other persons with mental illness that volunteer for us and work for us.
He has made a difference in everyone's lives that he's touched, and he just doesn't stop. He keeps going. He'll go out and get some more contacts, talk with them, change their lives, and from there there's a ripple effect.
Tomas Hernandez is on a mission to empower individuals to make a difference in their communities. He is driven to break down the stigma of mental illness and educates others on how to prevent tragedy. Tomas is a consumer, a family member, a mental health entrepreneur, and above all, a 2012 mental health champion.